Hey guys, and welcome to a little clip that I thought I'd just share. This is my new WPL D12. I received this today. You can't really see it very well because it's quite dark. If I move under this lamppost a little bit, you should be able to see it a bit better now. There it is. Lovely little thing. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but it certainly makes for a fun little indoor RC truck, or just something that looks cool at night because it's fully scale, and the lights really add to the effect at night, as I'm about to show you. Now the controller you get with it is quite small and what have you, but it's perfect for one-hand driving, which is good for these little videos and what have you. It just... Now I know this was probably intended to be used for drifting, but it's certainly usable in other scenarios as well. But the one thing I just cannot get over is how quick this servo is. That's difficult to do with one hand, but if I just set that down, it's going basically as quick as I can move it. It'd be great for drifting. Hasn't really got the oomph at the minute, but I'm sure that can all be changed. Just had to let a car go past, but as you can see, it's a lovely little truck. And the turning circle on it is pretty insane as well. It's got, as you can see there, it'll do a 360 on literally a 20p coin. It's insane. But I just think that the lights at night just make this a wonderful little truck. And you can just do all sorts with it. You could load some cargo in the back there, do some scale driving, all that sort of thing. It's even got space for, in the rear, if I bring this over, it's even got space for rear lights and indicators and all that. So if you wanted to make this a scale truck, you could. It's got space in the front as well for the for indicators lower down, but it comes stock with these headlights, which I think is wonderful. One thing I think would be awesome to include though would be a nice little cab light. So I may end up fitting one of those at some point, and eventually I wouldn't mind giving this a bit more oomph. So I might put. They recommend, I think it's a 380 size motor or 370 size, something like that. They go straight in, I'm pretty sure. So put one of them in a normal hobby grade ESC, and hopefully I could then fit like a lipo in the buck of this truck and have the wires going through, and then maybe a tarp on the top, which would hide all that away, and then you've got a nice little scale truck with a bit more oomph. But to be fair, this is nice as it is, just to like tootle around and what have you, and even just round the house, it makes for a nice little truck. There you go, you can see the lights a bit better now. Just there with some warm LEDs, but if I get this over into a more dark area, like over here quickly, you can see that it does refract off the floor. And these are the brightest lights I've ever had in any of my RC cars, honestly. It just makes it look so realistic, honestly. And it's just like, yeah, it's not the quickest thing in the world. I'd probably say it's doing about 8 mile an hour, 6 or 8 mile an hour, something like that at a push. But certainly enjoyable nonetheless. And for the price it is, let's be real, they've done a stunning job. But yeah, so this has been my little video on the WPL D12. Sorry about the lighting. I've only had this a few hours now. And it's just been brilliant. I mean, the suspension on this is it's really light, by the way, so it's lovely. The underneath is all pretty much scale. The rear is a solid axle with leaf springs, and the front is a torsion bar, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, there's a full-size spare at the back as well, and that's where the battery hides, under there. But yeah, rear wheel drive as well, solid rubber tyres, just makes for a lovely little truck really. I just want to keep driving it and getting it out. Okay, so it's a couple evenings later and I've gotten a bit more used to this now, but if you'll excuse me, this is one-hand driving, but if you want this to drift a bit better, I've managed to just wrap some insulation tape around the rear wheels, and now it'll kick the back end out a lot easier, and yeah, a bit more of a drift truck now, isn't it? But yeah, it's obviously not the ideal solution. You really want some drift tyres for it. I'm pretty sure that the Tamiya M series wheels will fit, but you just need to adapt the hexes, because I did take one wheel off and there wasn't like it wasn't hugely clear as to like how I do it, but I presume you just need to put some hex adapters on there and all of that sort of thing. Yeah, believe it or not, one-handed drifting is not easy, especially rear-wheel drive. I'm used to my all-wheel drive drift cars and what have you. Dare I even call it drifting, but I know a lot of people call it sliding with all-wheel drive, but yeah, rear-wheel drive is definitely a whole new kettle of fish, so. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Lovely little thing.